Indigo Twin here. Hope everyone's well this week. And wow, what a tough week it's been. Um, I've a lot of people I've spoken to have actually, had a reasonably difficult week. I know myself. I think at one day I was actually quite incoherent. I couldn't even speak a string a sentence together. So it has been pretty tough week, and but yeah, we had some difficult things to go through and a lot of things to balance from last week. But we're coming through. We're coming through it. So we have a new moon occurring tonight. So that being Sunday night for here anyway. So it's a good time to set your intentions. And when setting intentions, I have to say, you really need to be very clear and be precise. I mean, don't put in a shopping list of intentions. I think really focus in on what it is that you truly would like to bring into manifestation and just intend and let it go. Surrender to it and let it go. That's the best advice I can give. So, I'd like to say just before I go on to the reading, thank you for your comments, likes, subscriptions, and getting in contact with me. It's been great. I'm enjoying this journey, and it's great that I can share this gift that I have with you and share something different, a little different perspective of sort of the twin flame journey, and in a different way, sort of going back into very sort of ancient way of doing things by using the Cartouche cards. So, I do connect with the goddess energy of Isis. So that's something that's quite prominent within me. Other people would connect to other different deities, ascended masters, more so than others. Yes, I do have a connection with, my team, I guess. And I would say that Isis would definitely be one of those in my team. So, whatever you feel is comfortable with you, there's no right or wrong or who's there. I mean, we have twins. I mean, we have Osiris and Isis. We have Mary Magdalene and Jesus, if you like, and so on. So there's a lot of twins. Archangel Michael has his twins. So, there's a lot of very ascended masters who are, twins, and whoever feels most comfortable for you. Now, funny thing, this morning, before I was actually preparing myself and setting up to do the reading, often I wake up first thing in the morning and sort of just take it easy and meditate and have my coffee, etc. And I turn the radio on. I like the radio because often if I'm thinking of something, the angels will send messages through songs. And funny enough, as I was just working at laying out everything here before I was actually about to shuffle the cards and turn off the radio, a song came on. Now, clear as day, the message could not be clearer. The final countdown. I mean, I had to listen to the whole thing because it's relevant with what's going on, and I get a strong sense that there are many twins on this earth who are about to come into union. Yes, you heard it from me. A lot of twins will be coming into union by the end of this year. So don't lose hope now, because you could very well be one of those twins in union this year. I do feel that there will be more coming into the early part of next year as well, but I have a strong sense that there will be twins who will be coming into union very soon, before Christmas almost. So if you're that close out there, then and you feel that strong connection, then don't lose hope. It's coming. It's coming. So keep that in mind. All right, so without further ado, let's get on to the cards this week, which are quite interesting, I have to say. I'm going to take the top row today because even though, now those of you who haven't been with me before, we have the twins, water, and lotus. Masculine, twins in the masculine, water in the relationship, lotus in the feminine. Okay, let's put it all together. So this is going to be a little bit different to what I normally do because this very much reads as the masculine has thoughts of the twin on his mind. He is thinking about union. He is starting to clear some of those old energies. As we saw from last week, there was a lot of healing around the masculine, but he's there. He's thinking. He's seeing the bigger picture. And I know this for sure because definitely in the 5D, the masculines are there. The partnership is going through changes. There's a lot of emotions going around here. And the feminine is happy. It's the lotus flower. The feminine is feeling quite happy within herself. And let's just say she's at a peace. She's at peace. She's at peace with herself. She's feeling a lot better. She's not, she's not in ego. She's actually feeling there's a sense of calmness about the feminine for the up and coming week. And you may already start to feel those energies. And of course, the new moon and the new moon intentions, that could certainly, when you do those intentions, feel at peace. Feel at peace. Speak from your heart. That's the advice that I can give you. So the lotus flower, and I know a lot of you would have seen the lotus flower. I mean, it's all about peace. It's all about calm. It suggests that what we're doing is feeling a sense of tranquility. So we're feeling a sense of tranquility. Now, the lotus is the sacred flower of Nethys. Now, we don't have Nethys this week, the goddess. So we had all that goddess energy last week. So that's where we've come into that place. Remember, we were working on all that goddess energy surrounding the patron of men. So, those healing energies that we've been sending out to the masculine, yes, we're seeing some things happening around here because his thoughts are there. And the feminine is feeling at peace because she's got in touch with that goddess energy. She's got in touch with, the feminine energy, sort of not being afraid to feel her femininity, to feel her sacredness on all levels. So, the meditation, it's very much a peace of mind. It's a release of life's tensions. It really is, I would say, with this, the feminine is in a good place right now. Now, the water, of course, suggesting emotions, as I said, so things are changing. Change. Water is suggesting change. Emotions, it suggests change. Now, remember, the water is the sun, one of Horus's sons. Got tongue-tied and twisted there. So he's the human-headed guardian, which is quite pertinent here in this sort of relationship of the way things are going. So we're looking at reflecting in life. We're looking at the ebbs and flows. I mean, that's what the twin flame journey is all about. Ebbs and flows. We go in, we come out. We go deep, we come back out. So it's really important to stay in that peaceful place. As far as the twins go for the masculine, well, yeah, all I can say from that card is that he's feeling it. He's definitely feeling it. And it's almost like I get a sense of the 5D coming towards the 3D slowly but surely. So I think it's really important, and well done for the work that Feminine did last week, despite the challenges it was. I mean, yeah, what a week. It's great to sort of be able to look forward to the next week and and be in the here and now. So the twins, and I think the twins did come up before. So it's all about partnership. It's all about polarity. It's twin souls. It's the twin souls. That's what it is. So it's very good that it's in here and it's in the masculine. So that's a good thing. Okay, I'm feeling that a good thing because it is actually the twins card is about raising vibrations. So that is great. So the vibrations are being raised. It's now looking at this and bringing the 5D down to the 3D. Okay, it can't be rushed. Just remember that. This union cannot be rushed. So if you're still struggling a bit, that means you still have work to do. If you're feeling at this place of peace, then you still need to do the work regardless, because you can't become complacent, not when you've come this close. Okay, remember the final countdown? So anyway, moving on. So let's just focus in. Now I'm going to skip around a bit because of the way the cards are. Now, of course, we have the Ankh key here. Okay, the Ankh is, of course, the symbolic key to life. It's the power of the gods to unlock, the door to immortality, to unlock the door to love, the life force. That's what this card is all about. It's emotional love. So it's interesting that the masculine is carrying this twin love and the feminine holds the key to life. Interesting. Okay, the masculine is looking towards his twin. The feminine is holding the key to life. So keep in this space of peace and tranquility and hold this key to life. Hold it in with your heart. It's very, very important. And it's a new state. It's a dawning of a new state of awareness. That's what the Ankh is about. Okay, so very much stay in that peaceful mind. Now, whilst we're here over in the feminine, I'll go down and we'll go feminine first, because of course we have the Buckle of Isis coming up, which for we've had a lot in the masculine, and we also had it as the outlying card last week as well. So it is growth with sacrifice. Okay, what does that mean for the feminine now that it's sitting in here in the feminine's outcome area? It means you need to give up the let go of the 3D vision that you might be holding, because this is a twin flame journey. This is a soul journey. You need to be connected. You need to realize that there's a mission, there's a path, there's a journey that we laid out with our twin before we incarnated in this lifetime. So you still need to do the growth and sacrifice the 3D ideals of what you feel a relationship looks like. Yes, there is no doubt that you can have that, but remember, it comes from above before it comes below. It comes from within before it's able to get into the outside world, if you like. So I wouldn't be running around telling everybody that you found your twin flame and you're dancing for joy because you're excited about a white wedding on the beach next week or next year. Okay? This is inner work. Okay? As I mentioned last week, really speak to the people who you know and trust and understand what you're going through. And in this instance would be other twins in life. And it's easy enough to get in touch, with other twins. There are blogs out there, but be careful as well. Be careful of who you're listening to as well, because there is, yeah, look, I won't go into that, but they're just saying, just be careful, but hold it within yourself, within your peaceful place, in your heart, in peace. That is what I strongly suggest. Okay, and that's what they're telling me. Really hold within yourself, hold the space, hold the light. It's coming. Now, let's go back to the masculine. So we have the twins and we've got the Sphinx. Okay, so the Sphinx is of course, you figure you're half man, you're half lion. Or other words, there was a name. It's Hamarkis, which is a personification of the rising sun. That's what that Sphinx card means. It suggests secrecy, observation, and patience. Okay? Which suggests to me that the masculine twin might just come forward just like that. And the feminine will be blown away and go, whoa, oh, he's here. All right, let's just make plans. Okay, be careful, because he is still within this stage of sorting it out. Okay, so I'm not saying he will, and everybody's different, but the Sphinx is saying there's patience and secrecy and observation. Observation. Now, it shows, that human lion head is actually looking away from the feminine. Okay? So, in other words, so what he's seeing here is very much, he's just sitting back. He's sitting back, being patient. Okay, he's working towards, now by looking away, he's working towards his own mental barriers. He's working through his own self-imposing mental barriers that he's been putting up. So there's a lot of constructive creativity around there. Coming to terms with one's spirituality is a very high feature of the Sphinx. And keeping to oneself. So even though what he's perceiving in his 5D mind is the twin relationship, and you are always together in the 5D as strong as ever, and I've said this for a while now, that I have a strong feeling that the masculine twins are really, they're ready to party up in the 5D. They're ready to go. But then they need to work on this to actually bring it down to the 3D level. So, of course, so what we've got here is patience, sitting back, working through mental barriers. And then, of course, we have the Horus card coming up, which, of course, is the divine healer, the son of the beautiful twins, Isis and Osiris. He is the healing one. He heals. Okay, he's the all-seeing eye. He's the redeemer, the patron of homes and families, physical healing, courage, harmony, beauty, creativity. All that is Horus energies. There are strong healing energies around the masculine. Very much. I get a strong sense that the masculine has a lot of support from above. Healing rays are being sent. Now, feminines, it is a perfect time to really work. Go meet him in 5D as much as you can, as often as you can. Don't worry about the texts, the phone calls, the messages, whatever it is. Really spend, at least for the first half of the week, really spend a lot of time in the 5D. Go meet your masculine there. Go speak to him. Go pour your heart out to him. Send those beautiful healing rays. That all-seeing eye. Take Horus with you to help your masculine to heal whatever he needs to heal to come down into union and into the 3D. Okay? That's your sacrifice. That's letting go of the 3D and spending that time in the 5D, because there's not a lot of grounding energies in this reading this week. It's very much higher energies up there, up above, more so than down below on the 3D level. Okay, now, right smack bang in the center of the relationship, we have the scarab. Okay, so the scarab beetle is the card number 22. So the card number 22 is the god of resurrection. The final countdown, the god of resurrection. I mean, what more can we say? Resurrection. Coming together. That to me is suggesting big changes. Big changes, like they say, change. I may have heard somebody else say this, changes are coming. But it's right there. The scarab is actually telling us that we are adapting to the changes. We are accepting our place. It's a spiritual rebirth. A new beginning. A new phase of life. So that's great news. If you've been feeling a bit stuck, it is great news. It is coming to terms with one's own spirituality. Really coming to terms, really embracing that spirituality. And it also suggests keeping to oneself. Now it's interesting, a lot of the cards really suggest, I think it's almost like if I was to pull out the normal Rider deck cards, it's almost the Hermit would appear here. And the Hermit, of course, everybody knows about the Hermit, of going into oneself, feeling the energies, going into quiet peace and contemplation, healing energies. That's what this card is saying to me. It really is going into those energies. I feel very strongly about that with that scarab card. Now, the next card coming up is the Crook and Flail. Oh, pardon me. Okay, so the Crook and Flail, of course, we've had this a lot. So we've got the crossed crook and flail, which is the emblem of the Pharaoh's authority. Look, the divine wisdom of all. Okay? Divine is with us. Bring the divine into this partnership. You know who your twin is. You're absolutely certain who it is. So it is suggesting self-discipline and authority. It's mastering the ego as well. Again, so this has come up before. We're mastering the ego and coming to terms with yourself, overcoming life's problems and taking responsibility. That's what they're telling me. Overcoming life's problems. Really feeling the flow of abundance that is coming to you. Really go into the heart center and feel it. Oh, I can't wait to see what comes up in the Isis Oracle for our healing ritual today. But let's pull the next card here. Number 19, the winged disc. Now this came up, I believe it was up for the feminine last week. So the winged disc it's success. It's divine guidance, inspiration, and achievement. Wise guidance. This is what we're looking for. Wise guidance, expression of the deeper joy to be gained from the revelation of true knowledge. Connect to your higher selves. Connect to your higher team. Okay? Connect to the goddesses, the ascended masters, the angels, the divine. Really connect this week. Really connect. And connect. There's a lot of soul spiritual work happening on the 5D level. I strongly feel that. Strongly feel that today. Now, it's yes, yes. I'm hearing a yes. That's exactly what we need to do. Okay, really need to do that. There is good news around with this. This is a card of success, so there is good news around, but we must be very wary about what we're doing. Okay, so no going to the ego. No harsh emails or messages or getting angry. Really coming to peace. Feel the emotions, the peacefulness about this. Okay, that is very important this week. The winged disc. They're telling me to actually have a look at the next card. Okay, Nephis. There we go. I said that the lotus flower was the flower of Nephis. And there she is. Okay, so there we have it. There we have the masculine thinking about the union, the emotions that are coming with it, the peace and tranquility. And then, of course, right on top of that is our lovely goddess Nephis. Remember the chalice from before, for those of you who've been there? The hidden one. She is the sister of Isis, and she is the revealer, because she is revealing the success here. That is amazing. And I'm glad she come up, because that is really important, because what Nephis strongly is around, the energies around Nephis is suggesting that which is not yet realized. Things that are hidden. It's very deeply spiritual, and she is to confirm, to keep that deep spiritual peaceful level as much as you can. If something happens at work or with family, you really need to release that as much as you can and come into this place of Nephis healing energies. So she's about the sisterhood and lifting the conscious mind above the worldly stress into more peace. What can one say about that? Beautiful, absolutely. I'm really, really pleased with that. And the fact that final countdown song came up just before this. Yeah, have a listen to that song. It's the song by Europe, the final countdown. So have a listen to it. I'm sure you'll be able to find it. It's such a classic song. And have a look at the lyrics too. So anyway, let's go into our Isis Oracle card. So I'm going to call upon the goddess Isis, who loves us unconditionally. Who loves us unconditionally. Who loves us unconditionally. What healing guidance do you have for us, for the feminine and the masculine, working towards our union this week? What guidance, what healing do you have for us to work on, for us to do this week? Now, I know recently we've had cards that have just jumped out, so I think I might even see if I can shuffle and see if one's going to jump out again this week. If not, okay. Okay. All right. I am going to not cut the cards today. I am going to go into the center of the deck and feel for the card that needs to come out to us today. Wow. Lady of the Stars. The Lady of the Stars. Oh, actually, I almost forgot. I usually do I wasn't drawn to that, but I usually do a sort of reading from the Cartouche book on what symbols are. I know I've been doing that. So before we go on to our ritual, thinking, what one do we need to let them look? Which one do we need to go into? What one can I let know what is going on? Okay, the lotus was quite prominent, so I'm going to read from the book, The Lotus, about the lotus. Although more generally thought of as Far Eastern symbol, the lotus was used extensively in early Egypt, appearing mainly in scenes depicting the throne of Osiris and 4 sons of Horus. It was one of the sacred symbols of Nephthys in her role as goddess of mysticism and repose, and was also associated with the healing deity Nefertum. It carries roughly the same connotations in the Egyptian system as it does in the Indian subcontinent, which speaks of its worldwide antiquity. In the East, the nature of each lotus is signified by the number of petals shown. For example, the 8-petaled lotus is considered in India the center point, where Brahma dwells, and as a visible manifestation of his occult activity, whereas the 1,000-petaled lotus stands for the final revelation. The lotus flower growing out of the navel of Vishnu represents the universe growing out of the central sun. There is a mandala like quality about the lotus which adds emphasis to it, as it encompasses the kingdoms of all 4 elements, its roots rising from the mud through the water to the surface, where it embraces the air and sun's rays. In Egyptian magic, it is a symbol of continuity and that inner peace to be gained when one has coordinated all 4 elemental qualities within one's nature. No particular significance has been attached to the number of petals in Cartouche's lotus. Its symbology is one of peace and continuity and the evolvement of the spirit or psyche through the elemental regions of earth, practicality, water, emotions, air, intellect, and fire, creativity, into the pursuit of balance. Well, there we go. There we go. So, moving on to the Lady of the Stars, Priestess of Cyrus. And we don't have Cyrus today, but this is a beautiful one to do, especially that we're coming up to the new moon. I would say this would definitely be one to go outside under the new moon and gaze into the stars to do the ritual. I'll read through what it says, but I know this ritual is a beautiful ritual, and I would say if you can, put those headphones on and go sit down out under the stars and under the new moon, and of course with that you can actually set your intentions. So, the Lady of the Stars, Priestess of Cyrus. Cyrus is a celestial goddess, a star of unconditional love and wisdom, and an extremely high vibration. It brings deep soul awakening, spiritual gifts, and a high capacity for divine service. Lady of the Stars is also an empowerment of all other oracles in this deck. She tells you to pay attention because something significant is taking place right now. Siren energies take the inner path and the spiritual healing journey into a whole new stratosphere. It is wise, ancient, and extremely high vibrational energy. It takes a certain level of soul evolution to be able to consciously register Syrian light and transmit it on this planet. The heart in question must be able to consciously cultivate unconditional love for it to occur. How relevant is that? However, we can still receive Syrian light and healing assistance even if we are still learning to more consistently come from unconditional love. We will feel it more and more strongly as we grow spiritually, but even in our learning phase, we can open our hearts to this divine celestial goddess and allow her, through her priestess, Lady Isis, to bless us with genuine spiritual gifts. Goddess Cyrus, through her priestess Lady Isis, is reaching to you now. She has offerings of great spiritual support and a message that there is something significant that you need to be aware of in your life right now too. Accepting celestial assistance in unconditional love of Cyrus will help you now. To receive the assistance, you can choose to surrender into your heart and allow divine love to infuse and heal, direct, and unfold all aspects of your life and growth. It is total trust and surrender, with absolute faith that even unexpected twists and turns will be leading you in the best direction. Advanced souls are capable of feeling and receiving the high vibrational love from the Sirian star system more consciously and consistently. It can come to feel like a perpetual spiritual sun above the crown of your head, nourishing you with light at all times, causing your own soul light to grow brighter. As you surrender into your heart, your soul light will feel more and more palpable to you. The gifts of Cyrus flow into the soul like a cup receiving divine nectar, and of course, beneath this is actually a chalice, a symbol of a chalice. So there's your cup, the chalice. The priestess Lady Isis wishes to help your soul connect with Cyrus and you to connect with your soul so that the full blessing of the celestial star goddess can nourish and transform your life, allowing its course to run true to your real and genuine divine passions, even if you aren't sure what those passions are as yet. Your soul knows, and Sirian energy can help your soul to be itself on this planet. Cyrus brings blessings of heightened intuition, refined soul healing ability, and closer connection to your soul and the Lady Isis too. If you've been questioning your evolution, starting to wonder if you are really just at the beginning of the path, or not really in initiation at all, then this card is a divine acknowledgement of the power, light, and evolution of your soul vibration. Sorry, I've lost my soul vibration. So it suggests that there is refinement and advancement there towards your soul vibration. This is not grandiose. In fact, one way to know whether this guidance is genuinely for you is that you feel peaceful and humble within as you receive the guidance. You will feel gently validated and affirmed within, not puffed up with false pride or ego. You will feel inspired and uplifted to continue with your inner work, not in need of telling others how advanced you are spiritually. If you feel inflated or better than others in any way, this is not the guidance for you, at least at this time. Instead, the guidance for you is to realize that you are beautiful, you are worthy, and the part of you that is comparing yourself to others, hoping to find that you are better, is suffering from an emptiness within that doesn't know that you are beautiful and worthy. It is wiser to spend some time filling that inner emptiness with your own acknowledgement of your worth than trying to trump others. Better to go inside the emptiness until you find the seed of love and light within than to seek external appearances to make you heal. The latter just doesn't work. The oracle of the Lady of the Stars is also an empowerment. It enhances, amplifies, and strengthens any other oracle card immediately before or after it. Wow, look at this. All these beautiful energies around here. Okay, you are guided that when the Lady of the Stars appears, there is a blessing of divine grace in forms including but not limited to assistance, miracles, healing, and help in mastering the lessons of any card around it. and know that a special blessing for you is soon to be revealed. What is Nephthys about? Things that are not yet revealed. Lady Priestess of Cyrus tells us that things will be revealed. However, you need to be in this place of peace for them to be revealed. So let's move on to the ritual of the Lady of the Stars. Now, as I suggested before, it's best to do the ritual on a relatively clear night when you can sit outside and gaze at the stars. If you cannot do this physically, then you are welcome to take a picture of the cosmos with the stars and set a candle safely nearby as your focal point for the ritual, or to simply close your eyes and visualize the stars above. You can also light a small tea-light candle and place a crystal dedicated to Cyrus in front of the light to gaze at as your focal point. You can choose clear quartz, petalite or phenacite, or any crystal that feels right for you to use for this purpose. To dedicate the crystal, simply hold it in your left hand, placing your right hand over the top of it, and say, I now call upon beloved Cyrus, goddess of unconditional love, and her high priestess, Lady Isis, who loves me unconditionally. Cleanse this stone now, in service to your love. Bless it with your light, that I may receive you more deeply into my heart this night. So be it. Now you can set up an altar, whether it be with objects inside or simply a seat outside where you can look at the stars without craning your neck. You may wish to lay down on a blanket in such instances. Now say the incantation below 3 times. So I'll just say a line and leave some room for you to repeat it. Cyrus, beacon of unconditional love. The heart of goddess shining above. Your deepest peace and wisdom wild. I call you now as your beloved star child. Let me rise above forgetfulness and fear. Help my true nature be strong and clear, so that no matter what seems to be, I am anchored within divinity. Nothing distracts me from my true face, shining bright with endless peace and grace. Cyrus, beacon of unconditional love. The heart of the goddess shining above. Your deepest peace and wisdom wild. I call you now as your beloved star child. Let me rise above forgetfulness and fear. Help my true nature be strong and clear, so that no matter what seems to be, I am anchored within divinity. Nothing distracts me from my true face, shining bright with endless peace and grace. Cyrus, beacon of unconditional love. The heart of the goddess shining above. Your deepest peace and wisdom wild. I call you now as your beloved star child. Let me rise above forgetfulness and fear. Help my true nature be strong and clear, so that no matter what seems to be, I am anchored within divinity. Nothing distracts me from my true face, shining bright with endless peace and grace. Now be in your heart. Feel the energy of Cyrus entering into your heart through the crown of your head and the forehead with softness and peace, power and grace, just to allow the light to fall into your heart. Allow the light to grow outwards from your heart, towards your twin. Feel the energy. Feel the energy coming back from your twin, back to you, to your heart, and then back to your twin, and receive back and give to your twin. Feel the energy. At this vibration, struggle can fall away and you can know a peace that will continue to emanate even beyond your ritual, bringing healing and transformation to your life. Stay with this process for as long as it feels right for you. And when you are ready, just open your eyes. You may continue to look at the stars as you feel the energy flowing. You can say the incantation to bring forth blessings of Source at any time you need, and it can be included in the ritual above. Also, if you have a child that is having disturbed sleep or nightmares, saying this incantation over their bed on their behalf as they go to sleep 3 times with peace in your heart will call in spiritual protection. Now that was a beautiful message for all of us this up and coming week. We know that there is a lot of work that we still need to do. It's happening. It's happening. Embrace it. Feel at peace with it. And know that you have always with you divine guidance. Always, always with you. There's not a lot more that I could say about today. We've already been going for a while, but and I'm starting to lose my voice. Time for me to go within too. So have a wonderful week, a beautiful, peaceful week filled with many blessings. And I will speak to you again next week. Thank you, and bye for now.